So there were a couple of requests to see some of the wedding gear that we pack and what we pack on a wedding day. So I thought I would show you a couple things of what we take along. So we work out of our home here, and I have this Husky cabinet that I bought at Home Depot actually. And if you haven't seen these, they're really nice. They come with wheels on them and this nice top, and you can have drawers to put all kinds of things and gear in. I keep batteries and just a plethora of straps and chargers and battery extension grips and all kinds of just miscellaneous items in here. These other drawers are mainly just pieces and parts from different things. You can see this is the rig that I've been working on that I'm going to make a video on. I got a couple more parts coming before I talk about this. This is an A7S III, but we'll talk more about this. We've got a gimbal that we've had for a long time. This is the original Ronin S, and then we've got an RS2. Of course, there's the RS3 now, but I can't make myself figure out a reason to buy it. All of the charging stuff I have here right now, and I really need to clean this up, but it is what it is. We got the batteries for the drone. This has been my latest purchase that I'll also talk about more. This is a Shimoda Explorer V2 backpack, so I'm going to talk more about that later. We have just a whiteboard here that we talk about things coming up. This is a portable cart. You can pop it out, unfold, put gear on, and wheel it in, but basically then we have this shelf that we use for storing all the gear, and I like these Pelican cases. So I'll get these down and show you what's inside of those, but basically we have two Pelican cases, this roller bag that was just bought at a hardware store, and then of course tripods, monopods. We usually take 4 tripods, 2 monopods. Benro for the tripods, Sirui for the monopods, and I've got an old cheap Manfrotto tripod that we take sometimes. Let's get these Pelican cases down and I'll show you what's in them. So these are the Pelican Air 1535s. These will fit in a carry-on overhead compartment easily, so if we need to travel by plane, we can. You can see that in the lid, it actually comes with these egg crate style foam in the top, and I have replaced that with the zipper pockets that you can buy. They sell them on B&H, but basically they screw into the lid. There's actually screw locations for that in the lid of the Pelican. These are much handier and allow for a lot more storage. We keep variable NDs. These are extra SIM cards. I got some backup AAA batteries and like a roll, some gaff tape folded up in there. I've got a couple of Tascam DR10Ls in here, and then of course wind dead cats and things like that. In this case we have the 3 GH5s. You've heard me talk about the GH5s. I started with one and then just kept adding them for different reasons, studio or stereo ceremony cameras, and also using them in the studio. I've got a Rode VideoMic Pro, a Deity D3 Pro. This is an older Rode mic that I've had for quite some time. This is the Zoom F6, which is fantastic. Cams, I know you know this is great. What I like about it, I probably should do a review on this because it's fantastic. What I love about it is I can stick one of these big Sony batteries on the back of this thing and it'll run forever. I don't have to pop like AA, AAAs or anything like that. The downside to it is it's only XLR. It doesn't have any 1/4 inch. It's not a big deal for me, but occasionally it'd be nice to have 1/4 inch plug, depending on where we're using it. Great recorder, 32-bit float. If you know about that, then you know about that. This is a battery Anchor little battery pack, and then I've got some extra GH5 batteries stuffed in here too. This pocket is all GH5 batteries. I've got 2 of these. It's 35 to 100, so it's 70 to 200 equivalents. And then these are the 12 to 35, so it's a 24 to 70 equivalent lenses for the GH5s. Normally we'll have two of these 70 to 200 equivalents on each side. I think I talked about that. And then we'll use this as a wide, 24 to 70 as a wide shot from the back. That's what we use those three cameras for. That's pretty much what we keep in this case is our mics, that recorder, and the GH5s. This case is another 1535. It's going to look empty because I'm using cameras over here on the bench that you saw, but I have, again, variable NDs. I have this, this little portable light that was actually sent to me by this company and I reviewed it. It's the Pocket Light F7. It's pretty good. We just use it in case we need a little extra light to light details or things like that at a wedding. I keep another DR10L recorder in here. I've got some batteries for the Lumix S1, which we'll talk about. I've got a squeezy bulb for blowing out dust and a lens cloth, another dead cat. This little bag, I have two of the Zoom F2 recorders in. It's basically two recorders and two lav mics. I keep that right there. I also, you can currently see, I have it right here, but I use Pico mics. Pico mics were popular a few years back, maybe a year or two ago. I'll have to show it to you if you've never seen it. It's pretty good wireless mic system. There's probably something better, but we usually keep it right there. Here I keep Sony, all the Sony batteries normally, but it fluctuates. So this is the Lumix S1. I keep a 24 to 105 f4 in there because it has stabilization, which is pretty good for video. This is a 24 to 70 Sigma. Usually have another 24 to 70 Sigma there. This is a Sigma 35 f2 for Sony E-mount. I usually keep a 24, but I'm using it on this camera right now. 24 Rokinon 24 1.8. Let's talk about the S1. I keep A7 IV here, A7 S3 here. So that kind of lays out that box. Let me show you what's in this other bag that we take. Like I said, this is just a roller bag from a hardware store, is what this is. But inside, we have two of these Core SWX 300s. These are just, I'll show you these. These are LED lights. Temperature, it has temperature control and brightness control. It's got a little, magnetic diffuser. Comes with a battery. Comes with a charger. Comes with the ability to use them with DTAP if you want. They come in this nice little case. We have two of these. We use these for lighting toasts, speeches, things like that. This is a Aputure Amaran light, a small panel that we carry along. We always bring a couple of umbrella diffusers just to have, just in case. And then this little bag on the end has all the cables that we use to connect up audio to DJs. I've got an extension cord, varying different cables. I've got gaff tape. And then what's cool about this bag is under the bottom of it, look in here, the whole bottom of it has space. And we keep 3 lightweight tripod stands in there, light stands in there. That's what we use to put these lights on if we need to. The benefit of this bag is it has wheels and a handle, like luggage handle almost, that pop out. And there are wheels back here that make it easy to roll in. We talked about the tripods and the monopods. Mavic Air 2. We always take that to weddings. I've done a review on this, but I have this 70 to 180 Tamron. That's a great lens for Sony. I have a 50 1.4 for Lumix. Great lens, fantastic. And then my wife for photography. So we do photography also. She uses two A7R4. We love that 60 megapixels. She has an Sigma 85 1.4, and we use a 35 1.8 on this other one. She likes this camera battery expansion base because of the extra weight that it adds for the 35. She doesn't feel like she needs it for the 85 because it's pretty heavy already. We carry those day of. She carries those in a Wotancraft bag, which is this bag. This bag has all our flash stuff. We have 3 different flash camera flashes. They're all Godox. I like those. This is a wedding kit that has everything you can imagine for flat lays. So also an extra hanger. That's a fancy hanger to hang dresses. It has all kinds of ribbon and ribbon type things, and she lays out all kinds of fancy flat lays. The stuff you see in the wedding videos where there's the ring, the shoes, and all of that stuff, that's in that box. Sometimes we take these blankets for photo shoots. Sometimes we take fireworks and sparklers, depending on what's going on. But anyway, that's the basics of it. You know, most of this stuff we pile in the car. We use most of it, but not always. But when you're on a wedding day, you never want to leave anything behind for fear that you might need it. But that's basically it. That's the kit that we take along. So I hope this answers questions, or maybe if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer it about why we use what we use, or why we haven't done something yet because maybe we just don't have the gear yet, or maybe that's a plan. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.